Hi, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for October 10th, 11th, 12th, and 13th. This is for Monday through the Thursday. Now, a lot of 1 energy here, a lot of 10 energy here. 10 is transitions, 1's our new beginning. 0 is God's source energy. So there's a lot of, we have October, which is the 10th month. So it starts with October, which is actually the 8th, but we won't go into the numbers on that one. But October is the 10th month. We have October 10th, so 10-10. We have 10-11, and then we do have the 10-12, and then we have our 20-22. So we do have a lot of 1s and 10s energy here. Now, I am going to be using, oh, by the way, if you want to bypass this, if you're new to my channel, or if you're Crosswatch and you just want to bypass, I should have the timestamp right down there in the description. You click on it, it'll bypass. I hope you watch at least one time, though. Anyway, this is the introduction. Anyway, I am going to be using my Radley Valentine deck, my Archangel Power Tarot cards, and then I will pull one from my from my Guardian Angel cards. I will also pull one from my, what is the name of this deck again? This is the Inspirational Wisdom from Angels and Fairies by Francis Monroe and artwork by Judy Mastrangelo, and then my Emily Anderson crystal deck. Now, for the introduction, what we're going to do is we're going to use the my Waite Rider traditional tarot, and we're going to go back to my Osha Zen tarot as kind of a backup energy to see what's going on with that. Now, I have prayed, meditated, I've infused all the decks with Reiki energy. Just remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. Okay? Okay. So yes, this is where I'm doing this on the 8th, or I'm sorry, on the 7th, and we're right in that time of that full moon, which will be in the 9th, and it is all about, Aries, pushing things through. If you want to know more about it, I did talk about that in the introduction with the last one. So what do we have going on in the stars as we're talking? I told you the 9th. The full moon, and we do have Pluto in Capricorn is stationary right now as it turns direct. On the 10th, we have Mercury, which is direct, but it's entering into Libra at 7:51 p.m., and that will be Eastern Standard Time. And it will be, Mercury about communication, electronics. It will be opposing Jupiter, which is in Aries. So, there might be a little bit of that friction energy going on, especially between, what we're saying and what we want and what actually is happening. Because Jupiter is all about largesse, it's all about good fortune, but Mercury is Mercury in Libra does try to keep a balance, does want a balance in communication, but it just, because they're opposing each other, there might be a little bit of a friction, especially on that 10th, and again, 10-10. So then Libra, the Sun in Libra and Venus in Libra on the 12th and 14th will be trining Saturn. So that actually will be a good energy for Saturn, which is retrograde in Aquarius right now. So that will actually try to create some balance for that energy. So let's see what we've got here. Let's see what we've got here for just universal energy. What is happening? Now, I am an intuitive channeler, so I open myself to higher power, God, Source, Holy Spirit, or, you can, whatever you want to say, and just ask for what does higher power want people to know about what's going on in the world, especially for this week of transitions and new beginnings, new starts. The ones have it. So here we go, 1, 2, and 3. Let's pull this down just a touch. Maybe you can see it a little bit better that way. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Remember, anything reversed, stronger energies. First card is, okay, well, here we go. This is a 0. Remember I said this is about transitions and new beginnings. We have a 0, which again, God, Source, Holy Spirit energy. We have the Fool. The Fool is on a journey that does not necessarily make sense. The Fool is taking, where the directions say to turn right. The Fool either goes direct or goes to the left. The Fool just is going by his gut or her gut alone. Okay? But the Fool also goes by total faith, knows that he's on a journey, she's on a journey, and just says, you know what, higher power, I'm trusting you in my journey. So something going on. Again, 0, source energy. Again, the Fool, a new journey, a new transition, something's a changing, something, is bringing us to another step in our journey, but it's all about having faith. Having faith and just knowing and believing that things will turn out the way higher power wants them to turn out. And the thing is too, that is for the betterment and the good of the good people. Okay, let's see, and that was reversed. Next card is, okay, here we go here, and that again is reversed. Now we have a 7. 7 is a divine number. I look at it as a divine umbrella, divine covering, divine intervention, sometimes divine interference. We have rod energy or wand energy. That is our Leo, Sagittarius, our Aries energy. And we do have Aries, strong, Jupiter in Aries right now. And the moon, that full moon, even though it's right after the full moon, that 9th, we still have that very positive Aries energy pushing things through. Now, the 7 of Rods is basically about not giving an inch, standing firm. So it kind of goes along with believe in what's going on around you, believe in something more than you, and don't give up. This is all about not giving up. This is about standing firm. Sometimes they'll say this is protecting what is your own, okay? But at the same time, it's stand firm, don't give an inch type of energy here. So let's see what we've got here now. This one, now we come to the 13th. Now we will have the 13th here, so we have October 13th. 13th is a 1, new beginning again. 10, transitional energy. 3 is our, celebration. It is creativity. It is also, about the power of 3. And, I'm always saying, with the full moon, release, relinquish, request, you can do that. You can do that anytime you really want to do that. But it's always more, it has a little more oomph to it. And it feels just that much better to do it the 3 days before the full moon and including the full moon and the 3 days after. So this brings us to that card. So we have 2 major arcanas here. One is just have faith, believe things are going to turn out right, even if you don't understand it. Stand firm, believe, again, have faith, believe, stand firm. But then we have the Death card, and the Death card is a transitional energy. Again, it is like something has to end in order for something to begin. And, our usual analogies is, somebody is pregnant, the pregnancy goes, it's 9 months, it ends, labor starts, labor ends, and there is a new birthing, okay? The Death card is, it can be a little bit of a shock. The Death card can be, it can be to the point where, people, if you look at this, he's not necessarily this knight or this soldier or whoever you want to say this death is not necessarily, doing anything beyond just being there. This person has passed out because of fear. There is also this child who's just kind of like, oh my goodness, this is very fascinating. We have someone that's kneeling and that's turning away, but then we have somebody that, and this looks like this is a religious figure that is basically in supplication. So death does not mean death per se, but it does have a lot of change energy to it. And these are some days that have a lot of transitional change energy. So it looks like we're in for a really interesting week. We need to be the 1, we need to be the Rods, we need to be the 7, and remember again, 7, divine covering. We need to be the ones that we just stand firm. And, we don't go, we don't go nuts. We don't go crazy. We don't go, oh my goodness, what's going on? The sky's falling, henny penny. We don't do a henny penny. We just have faith. We believe that everything is going to work the way it's supposed to work, but it is going to work the way it's supposed to in higher powers' will, not in man's will. How's that? So interesting energies, interesting week. Be not afraid. Everything's in control right now. Okay, let's see. Now, I did talk about rods, so let's go on. We have water, which is cups. Cups is our Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Fluid, emotional energy. We have swords, which is our air energy. It is Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy. So it's thought processes, making plans. And then we have our pentacles, which is our earth energy. And that's Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. And remember, Pluto's just kind of like moving, just not quite moving yet. Still in a stationary mode, but starting to kind of starting. Just a really little bit of a start. Okay, let's see what we've got going here. And let's see what else we have. So yeah, interesting week for us. Interesting week. Stand firm. Believe. Don't give up. Don't give up anything. Okay? Here we go. So there does look some testing energy here. I'm not going to make it all, there looks like we're going to be tested, but have faith, stand strong, and after whatever it is that kind of scares the heebie-jeebies out of us, it all is that much better. Okay, let's see what we've got here. The Osha Zen Tarot. And here we are. Integration. Now, this is a 14. 14, this is where everything comes together. Now, 14 is also, because this is one of the major arcanas, if we were to translate it into this. So 14 is a 1, new beginning again. 10, transitional energy. 4 is our leadership, organization. It's very much a stable energy here. This would be the Temperance card. This is where things come to balance. This is where we don't go to the highs, we don't go to the lows. We try to keep balanced, okay? Libra is all about balance. Now, but we do have integration, and I'm kind of wondering if we have the integration maybe on the 14th, so after we get through the week, maybe the Friday is where things all come together for us. We have yin and yang, or yin and yang. We have a higher power looking down. We have some peaceful energy. We have water energy. We have air energy. We have, we just have some interesting energy with this. And I'm kind of looking at this higher power holding this yin and yang ball, and it's over the snake that's actually eating himself. So I'm thinking that this is going to be a very positive one, but we still have to keep our tempers in check. We need to make sure that we practice. I don't necessarily know that we practice compromise, because compromise has always been fine, whatever you want to me. But I would say that this is where we have to keep our balance. Okay. But it looks like, integration is about everything coming together. So, interesting week. Let's see what happens. Keep your energies high. Keep your vibrations high. No matter what comes across, always believe that there's always something better just around the corner. Okay? Now, take a moment, please, to comment, like, share, subscribe. Click on that old bell for notifications, and why don't we start our readings now? Hello, my Aquariuses. Okay, interesting stuff. Libra energy does seem like it's going to be working with your Saturn. What do we have? The Sun in Libra, and then we have Venus in Libra. That's going to be the 12th through the 14th. So I do think that is going to work with Saturn a lot. Saturn is stubborn energy. It is stubborn. And, I'm always talking about how Saturn in Aquarius is, about illusion versus reality. Saturn in Aquarius, you both want things to break open. You want to see things. Libra will try to help moderate that a lot, especially with Venus. Okay, so let's see. So there will be some comforting energy, probably more around the 12th through the 14th, even though there's a lot of interesting stuff. You know, the introduction, it's always an interesting energy. Here we go. Okay, so down here, down here, we have the King of Raphael. So the King's energy is, you remember, court cards have dual energy. So the King's has the underlying energy of swords, your energy, also Libra and Gemini energy. But the thing about Raphael, that is our water energy. That is our Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. This is an emotionally driven king right now. I'm feeling an emotionally driven king. Not saying that he's not making sense. I'm not saying that he is being ruled by his emotions, but he wants his message to get through. He wants people to hear what he is saying, okay? So the king, like I said, the sword energy, very thoughtful, very, you know, looking forward, having a lot of strategy, just really, or possibly even hearing news. But the water energy is this emotional. He's gone through the mill. I just feel that this king is speaking from his heart, but it's not foolish words that's coming through, if that makes sense. It's not, you know, they're not trying just saying, oh, you know, the king, he's just, you know, he's just an emotional, he's just being overly emotional. And with overly emotional, he's not necessarily something to be or someone to be taken seriously. No, this king needs to be taken seriously. So if this is your energy, and this is your energy, your words, that you will mean them. You might be a little more emotional as you express them, but they are very structured. They're very well thought out, though they're also from the heart. So now, what does that all mean? You know, maybe you're going to have a discussion. And again, it's something like you're just trying to make, you know, it's like when you're trying to make someone see your point of view, and, you know, you just know, you know, like, hey, please just listen to me. Please just, you know, and once I know you've listened, whatever you decide is on your own. But I just feel like you're going to try to be reaching out to someone, and you know what you're talking about. You're just trying to communicate, and you're really very passionate about what you're communicating. Okay? So, warm, generous, honorable, refined. Yes, it's safe to trust. The ability to accomplish many things at once. Follow your creative passions. So here we go. Next card is the Three of Michael. So threes is about, you know, threes does have creativity, celebration, the power of three. It is a good time to have three, you know, right after that full moon, a really good time 3 days after. Michael, again, is air energy. It's your energy. Again, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. You know, very thoughtful strategy. The thing about the Three of Michael, this is that one with the swords and, you know, the heart and the swords, and everyone's like, oh, can we please let this go? You know, can we choose another card? Well, the Three of Michael is about letting go. So if you are in a discussion and you are, you know, so giving you an example, if it's like, please hear me, I feel like whoever's listening to you, once you've said your piece, you do have to let it go then. You have said your piece, you have made your point, whether they accepted it or not. You know, it wasn't that you didn't, you know, it's not so much your message as what they hear. And then you have to kind of say, you know what? Okay, I've told you, it's your choice. And we all have the right to make poor decisions, so we don't want to. But the Three of Michael is about letting go and is about moving on from this. But it is a very emotional part for you. It's very emotional, and it's kind of like, no, I have to, you know, it's kind of like, you know, when you're a parent and you have a teenager and you're like, please don't do this. And, you know they're going to do it anyway. And part of it is, ooh, I hope I can get you out of the trouble that you get yourself into. Whoever you're talking to, okay? So, the Three of Michael is about releasing the past. You will grow from the situation. Time heals all wounds. Your last card here is the Queen of Raphael. So this says Queen, Raphael, water energy. So you have a royal couple here. You have an emotional couple here. You have someone that cares very, very deeply here. The Queen of Raphael wants to wrap all those that she loves in either in tissue, paper, or bubble wrap. She wants to make sure that everyone is protected. She wants to make sure that everyone is fine. So this is a very deeply emotional week. Again, the king wants to try to get his message through. The queen wants everyone to know, that you love, hey, whatever happens, I still love you. And the three of Michael is all about you've got to let them go. You've got to move on. You've got to let them move on. Probably with the best advice that you've given them. And again, I don't know if this is children. I don't know if it's a children. I don't know if it's a relative. Relationships come in kind of three general ones. It's your family, someone in your family, your loved ones, or the people that you've brought in to be your family. It could be an intimate romantic relationship. It could be your work relationship. Either way, you feel very deeply. You feel very much like, you just want to wrap them in bubble wrap. The thing is, though, the three of Michael says, once you've given them, once you've told them, once you've shared with them, once you've given them the direction, you need to let them move on their own. Now, does that make it for a comfortable week? No, it doesn't, because it does feel like that whoever you're trying to impart the message with doesn't necessarily listen, but you don't know that. You do not know that. They may not be showing you that they listened, but you just don't know. So say your message anyway. Say your piece, but then once you've done it, you've got to let them go. Okay? Okay, and there's a card that's flying out now. So guardian angels, what do you have for my Aquariuses? Love how that refocuses. Okay, don't know what this is. Here we are. The Eight of Abundance. Now, an 8 is unlimited opportunities, unlimited possibilities. Abundance is our earth energy. So this could be, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. It could be something to do with your job, your money, your career even. So it could be something very earthly bound. Okay. It could also be something, it's tangible. So it could be your home also. But the Eight of Abundance is about, this is a time of learning and honing your skills. You may feel inspired to go back to school, take seminars on topics that fascinate you, or educate yourself on the healing arts. This is a good time to change jobs or make a career move. The key to success is in the details. Monitor your projects carefully. So where are we at with all this? Because this is and if this is a job energy here, it's maybe one that you've been trying to maybe you've been trying to save that job. Maybe you've been trying to, to help them in many ways. But again, it is, it's kind of like, it's out of your hands. So, if it is a job thing or if it's a relationship thing, the Eight of Abundance says there is more out there. There's more out there. There's more opportunities out there. And, you might need to kind of have to hone things in a little bit. You might have to repackage yourself a little bit, but there's more out there than what you're having here, because this feels, like I said, the royal couple does stand in their power. They do know what they're talking about. But this Three of Michael is about, maybe it's just time to let go. It's time to let it go. And there's more out there for you. There is more out there. Now, it's, money, job, career, yes, yes, yes. Home, yes, yes, yes. So there is more out there. So this is a very encouraging word for you. It may not feel very encouraging during the time because there's so much emotion going on here. But let's see. Now, inspiring words from our angels and fairies for our Aquariuses. So yeah, I'm a little surprised to have seen this one pop out when we have all this emotion, and there's a lot of thoughts, a lot of thinking about it. There's a lot of this head over heart, heart over head energy, and then we get the earth energy. And part of that earth energy says, maybe you need to come back down to earth. Maybe you need to, like I said, you need to let them go, let it go, and you need to ground yourself and come back to earth yourself. Okay? I don't know. You tell me, my Aquarius, is what this might mean for you. Okay, let's see what we have here. Here we go. Now this popped up for Libra, and you saw that I shuffled the cards. So if you have any Libra, if you cross watch for Libras, you will see this again. Angel of the Secret Glade. Now, this is about visualizing the color blue around you and know that you live in truth. Now, that's one thing, I can meditate, I can connect, but trying to visualize blue around me is a little bit hard for me. So when I do that, I have my blue crystal ball. I try to look at that. Also, blue candles wearing blue too. So that does help me. But tell me how that is all for you. And again too, I don't have to understand. I just have to deliver the message. So let's see what we have here, what crystal or energy for my Aquarius is. Yeah, there's so much. But these are authority cards. These are authority cards, so it does show that you do know what you're talking about. Okay? So come back to Earth, and there's more. There is more for you. Anyway, let's see what crystal or energy we have for my Aquariuses that would be helpful for this week. Onyx. Seeing the future, responsibility, stamina, self-mastery. Let me know, my Aquariuses, what this all means for you, if you know who this was for. Like I said, when we went from all that emotion and the mind and the thing and letting people go and just, it feels so heart-wrenching, to now, okay, pick yourself up, get started again. Okay. Also, to please, and visualize the blue. Take a moment, my Aquariuses, to like, share, subscribe, click on that old bell for notifications. I really appreciate you doing that. I truly do. I really do. As always, my Aquariuses, know that you are loved, stay shining, and be blessed. Bye-bye.